Hello, welcome to the newspaper review here on Top TV. My name is Williams Abule. It is just a few days, very much few days to Christmas. Hope you're ready for the whole, festive period, and compliments of the season to you. And you're welcome. While you're moving around, getting yourself ready, and family, those of you traveling, hope you're keeping safe. But we are here to give you the newspaper headlines across newspapers around Nigeria. Thank you so much for joining us today. You can also be a part of it by dropping your comments and reactions on the comment section, because we'd love to see or to hear what you think about the headlines we'll be discussing in a very short while. With me to do that this morning is Mr. Victor Sioko. You are welcome.
Thank you, sir. How are you doing today?
We are fine. I'm okay. How was your weekend? I mean, it was a very eventful weekend. Plus, the World Cup. The finals took place yesterday. And what was your impression about that?
It was a very sweet one. I really had fun yesterday.
It felt like war.
Yeah.
War. Do or die. It was back and forth. You shoot, I shoot. You shoot, I shoot. It was like that. I used to describe like that. It was fun. Yeah. It was quite, how would I put it? A very high-powered match. Like, all guns were out, blazing. All right, let's go straight to doing the headlines. And today, being the 19th of December 2022, we'll begin our news headlines from this day newspaper. And on this day here, we have a headline: operating surpluses. RMAFC recovers 120 billion naira from defaulting revenue-generating agencies. Malls amendment of laws to cap spending. Criminalize failure, delayed remittance to Federation account. Other headlines here we see: in US, Pantami meets SpaceX, World Bank, Google to strengthen Nigeria's digital economy. Moving downwards, you see 20 billion naira bailout. Agbakoba accuses EFCC of media trial of Kogi government. And that is on page 73 of this day newspaper. And the main headline here, we see Atiku, I'll make appointments on merit, federal character, if elected, pledges to ensure equal representation of all geopolitical zones, challenges Tinubu to reveal name, background. You're engaging in mugslinging. APC, PCC fires back. Iowa youths drum support for former VP, and also we see the pictures of the Argentines holding the World Cup after they claimed it over the weekend. All right, Mr. Victor, I'll come to you. Let's talk politics. And this time is Atiku saying he will appoint based on merit and federal character if elected. How do you say to that? And of course, you can also add other political activities that happened over the weekend.
Okay, now, he was in Owerri over the weekend, in Imo State. And he made that pledge that he will be very critical with federal character, meaning that he will not be appointing persons without considering the side where it affects mostly. Now, we already know that the government of today has been, blamed so much with respect to not adhering to the federal character laws of the land. Okay, now, what are they saying? Because when it comes to security, you find out that the government of today moved most of the top positions of security to the north. Okay, and the south have been crying foul. So Atiku is coming out to say, see, in my regime, if I become the next president of the country, I will make sure that my appointments will not be about nepotism. My appointments will go round the ethnic covers of the nation. Okay, he also made a very valid, or he reiterated a point that he said that $10 billion will be invested in women and youths. Okay, one might ask, how is he going to pull out such fund, knowing that Nigeria as at today cannot boast of such figures in a year? So how is he going to go about that? How will he take care of debt? Already we are finding out that our debt is fighting head on with the revenues that we are making in this country. So what magic is he going to do in respect to that? I think he should come out, okay, and tell Nigerians how he's going to pull out this $10 billion that he's talking about. This is no change. This is 10 billion, 10 billion naira.
In an economy that is very challenged already.
Yes, yeah. Yes. So, well, going forward, he has been challenged by the APC, okay, for making such utterances. And he made another utterance that also excited them. I'll use the word, excited them, because he went on to say, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that he should come out with his true background. He should tell Nigerians who he really is.
Yeah.
Such a funny one, though. But yes, he gave them the space to reply back, and they responded. And you know, usually nowadays the politics that we are playing in this country, we I cannot emphasize about using sentiments. We forget about the main details that we are talking about. Nigerians are poor. How do you pull out Nigerians out of poverty? Yeah. We are already saying that in 2030 that about 35 million more Nigerians will be hitting the poverty line. My brother, if it keeps going this way, that means soon and very soon we might just have everybody in the poverty line in this country if they don't take absolute control of the matter.
You know, we've always said here on the program that politicians should focus on the main issues, issues that they plan to tackle when they make it to these offices they are vying for, and, you know, keep sentiments aside, keep personal interest aside. Right now, Nigeria needs a leader or leaders that are going to be about the collective, not individuals. So whether Tinubu's name is from Togo or Ghana, that's not what we are about. We are about, you know, individuals that are ready to drive this nation to succeed. Because at this time, Nigeria is in a place where we're all scared. We're worried for our country. People are running out for the fear of the unknown. Every day, countries outside this nation are opening their doors to say, okay, come if you're, you know, a professional, come. We are going to house you and all of that. And people are taking these opportunities here and there. So we are not about whether Tinubu is from Togo or whatever. What can you do? Are you willing? Do you have the heart? Are you you know, empathic enough to deliver on your promises, to save people? I mean, because we've seen politicians that are so selfish. It's too selfish. One cannot even express how selfish Nigerian politicians are. They are not about nation building. Maybe a little about it, but so much about what they can get out of government. So you see them kill and fight over themselves to want to get there. So all these ones they are doing, we've seen it play out before. It is not the first time. Whatever is happening now, it has happened time and time again. We're used to it. So, I mean, they should be focused on what is the issues on ground. All right, we're going to move on to our next paper for today, and that will be Vanguard for today, the 19th of December. And on Vanguard, we see here at the top, it says, arrest politicians buying PVCs from poor voters. Serap tells Buhari. And that story is on page 9 of the Vanguard. As main headline here on the Vanguard, we see, after doctors, mass exodus of teachers from Nigeria looms as UK eases conditions for Nigerian teachers. Over 250,000 teachers certified by the TRCN may migrate. England looking for cheap labor. NUT, it is not brain drain. TRCN. Teachers' welfare needs improvement. Demolekun. All right. We also see Argentina wins World Cup as King Mercy hits football immortality. Wow. I'll take that again. Maybe you didn't hear it well. It says Argentina wins World Cup as King Messi hits football immortality. That story you find on page 55 of the Vanguard newspaper. Also, I'll take this one. It says, many fear dead as herdsmen invade Enugu community. That story is on page 11 of the Vanguard. And also we see military warns retired generals against betrayal. That story is on page 9 of the Vanguard newspaper. All right, let me come to you. But first, let's start with the football news about Mercy being, you know, regarded as hitting football immortality. Let's start from there.
Okay. He had a very wonderful time yesterday.
Yes.
It was more like Messi versus Kylian Mbappe of France.
It was something else.
And it's been voted as the best World Cup final since 1966.
Wow.
I was not in 1966, so I cannot tell. But for my lifetime, I can say and beat my chest that yes, this was the best World Cup finals ever.
And they were, for me, both teams were more like a perfect match. Like they matched each other strength for strength. I think it was just a thing of saying what God has already said should happen, happened. But if it was by physical strength, by skills, by effort, by everything, the French team matched the Argentines, you know, bumper to bumper, the way we say it here in our climate. And I think it was, and that created a lot of excitement, entertainment, a lot of tension in the whole game, which is what football is all about. Yeah.
Then you could see the excitement, like the match reactions that TAF TV covered.
Yes,
over.
It was really
you will
cool.
see the oh my God, I've never witnessed that kind of
up to a point where one person was saying that he was going to drink acid if Argentina didn't win. I said, that God, Argentina won.
I see. The excitement was out of this world. It was out of this world. And yes, please, big congratulations to Qatar.
Yeah.
I never knew that they could host the world this way.
I mean, it was, Qatar gave us a standard that I think many nations would want to copy. I mean, it was too good. It was too good.
Abule, you're trying to bring me back to Nigeria and Qatar matter. But okay, now let's just a little bit of analysis here. See, Qatar invested $200 billion in this matter. You ask, how did they get this money? Because of proper and good leadership. I am coming. Year on year of their oil revenue, which is 93% of their revenue, of their income as a nation, they, because of the Ukraine war, they went higher to make $37 billion. Okay? Now, like I told you, they gathered 200 billion to invest in this World Cup by building stadium, building a new railway. They built 8 stadiums. They built 100 hotels. My brother, what does that tell you? It tells you that this is a nation that is projecting for the future.
And the hotels were packed out to the extent that some people, you know, had to come in from Saudi Arabia to come and watch the match and go back and all of that. So the hotels were packed out. Yes. Hotels that they didn't incur any loss.
Now, what did FIFA do afterwards? They are going to host World Club football. These are what we are talking about. Opening your economy. Tomorrow, you now start hearing that migrants, both tourists,
they want to go to Qatar. And you know, just before now, a lot of people, I'm sure the world didn't know that Qatar was such a beautiful place, as we have seen now. Qatar is so beautiful, and you can see from the people there, they seem very homely, very hospitable, and the hotels, even the stadiums, they seemed as if they were hotels.
Yes.
You know, that's the standard to which this country, you know, took the whole World Cup to. And it was really a beautiful sight.
Yeah, and mind you, there is a competition between Qatar and UAE. Now it is clear that Qatar is coming to take part of the tourism monies that the UAE has been making. So this money will be shared. Qatar, they are ready for this. And look at what is happening when you measure this up with Nigeria. You will just be popping your head. What is wrong with this country? A country that is so blessed. We are just talking about oil. Nigeria has more than oil. These people, they are just fully dependent on oil. And look at what they are doing with their own money. But corruption, greediness will not allow us to drink cup in this country, to drink water in this country.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but well, congratulations to Qatar and to Argentina for finally winning the World Cup after such a long time. And for people like Messi, they can now retire with so much fulfillment, you know, ensuring that he clinched the World Cup. This was one of his dreams, and finally it has been.
But there's still plenty of debate happening now. Is he the greatest footballer of all time? Some persons say yes, but some persons are also out there saying no.
I disagree. Okay. He is a force to reckon with. He is a god in its own right in terms of football. But I can't say categorically that he's the greatest of all time because, I mean, look at the man he went up against, Kylian Mbappe. He's pretty young. He hasn't done so much as Messi, but yet, I mean, he has his career ahead of him. If we are going to follow through his career till the end, who knows? He might grow or achieve more than Messi.
But who knows? Injury might also bring him out.
So those are the things we are looking at. And then there was Ronaldo. I say no, not Ronaldo. Maradona. That the whole world declared as the greatest of all time until Messi showed up, and then now Messi is now knocking him off. So we don't know. And then, mind you, Ronaldo is also there. Ronaldo, for me, didn't get the opportunity of playing up to the finals, but he did his best. And one man doesn't make a team. Even in this very game, this final, we saw the effort of Messi, but also of other players that helped him to achieve what he has achieved right now. So, but for me, I don't know. He's good. I no doubt Messi.
But you don't think he's the greatest?
Oh, well, for now, Sha.
What about Messi versus Pelé?
For now, Messi is the greatest. Let's just agree like that. Let's agree like that.
Well, personally, I think it's Pelé. Personally, I think it's Pelé. Reason, Pelé has 3 World Cups. Okay, one might say, but Ballon d'Or, what's his name? Messi has 7 of it. Yeah, but come to think of it, man, having 3 World Cups, and mind you, back in those days, when you start talking about Champions League and Copa Libertadores, they were not at the same par.
Yeah.
The South Americans were playing good football. Okay, not until Europeans have developed their game so well that it is very, very attractive.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you come from those ends, personally, I think Pelé stands out for me. And mind you, he won his first World Cup at 18, and he went ahead to win 3 World Cups. So personally, I give it to Pelé.
Oh well, the argument is out there. Drop your comments and your reactions on the comment section. We want to know who the world's greatest footballer is currently. Looking at all the other, players that are there. All right, we're going to go into another story here on Vanguard, and that's the story about after doctors, mass exodus of teachers from Nigeria looms, and that is simply because the UK government has opened their borders to professionals in the teaching sector to come in, and we also saw where is it NUC saying that the UK is looking for cheap labor. How do you react to all of that story?
Well, if I'm a teacher at this point, if I have the means to make this move, I'll make the move.
Why not? Me too. I can't regret why I not take it.
Okay. Because one might come from the angle that you're not patriotic enough. Patriotic in the means of bad leadership. That if you just don't pray and take yourself,
not even show.
Oh my God!
Because the level of corruption and the level of unpatriotic Nigerians that are everywhere will make your patriotism look like a joke. Like it will press you down. So there's no need to be patriotic again. We will try because we need to survive in this environment. But then, I mean, we all need to be patriotic first before we say, okay, there's a future. But we have leaders that are every day breathing down our necks. You want to even try to be patriotic for once, and you are being called stupid by the same leaders, the same people around you. So I think it's all about survival of the fittest in our country at the moment. That's what it looks like to me.
Yes. So from the data that we got, that out of 1.5 million Nigerian teachers, which I wonder how do they make up to that number? That is just too big. 1.5 million teachers.
It's possible. Maybe they are also counting both the private teachers, private school teachers. But my brother, there are a lot of schools. Every street we have like more than.
But no, if you not check the number of children in school over the number of teachers, even the population, we have a population about 200 million. So are you not telling me that 1.5% are teachers? To me, it does not hold water. Okay, but out of the 1.5 million teachers, 350,000 of them have this qualification to make it to the UK. They have the equivalent. That's what the UK are asking for. That their teacher mandatory certification. What they're asking for is just they call it QTX, and our certification, our teacher's certification, is equivalent to the QTS. That was why. Okay, first of all, NUT reacting in the sense that the UK are taking advantage of Nigerians. Okay. Oh, my brother.
Taking advantage of Nigerians to give them a better life, give them a better pay, better living condition. What is when here our country looks down on teachers? The other day we were talking about how they are being owed, even in a month like this one, that has the yearly tide, where people are looking for the smallest money to feed their homes and enjoy the holiday. They are being owed salaries. And then you say there's a better opportunity where I will not be owed salary, where my living condition will improve, the lives of my children will improve.
Yes.
If I become a citizen there, my children's life, children will never be the same again. You say I should what? Be patriotic and stay here. Why? In the name of what? I beg, leave when you see chairman.
Let me take you a bit back, just 1 minute, please. Okay, on TV, on live TV, Olise, the former captain of the Super Eagles, was asked a question that between Morocco, because he married a Moroccan woman, okay, between Morocco and Nigeria, who will he choose in terms of patriotism? That's for his kids. He was like, see, my kids are, if Nigeria messes up, I know that my kids will not come to Nigeria. They will go to their mother side, Morocco. And if Morocco messes up, they will go to Belgium. What are we now saying? See, patriotism or no patriotism right now, you can be anywhere in the world as a Nigerian and you send back your patriotism. After all, at the end of the day, our foreign direct investments many a times come from Nigerians in the diaspora.
Very true.
Okay,
very true.
So if it means that these Nigerians should go out and make a living, send back these monies, like what is happening in India. Mind you, these people are the ones also holding our economy. Just Abule, I don't want to talk too much on that.
Now, person when they are alive, now go fit even patriotism. Go fit do patriotism as it were. Because if you are not alive, hunger has killed you.
Yes.
What is there to be patriotic about that?
Yes.
And that's what we are talking about. There is hunger in the land. People are going through a lot. And, you know, Nigerians are so resilient. That's why we are still alive. If not, by now,
that is it.
The level of suicide that you'll be hearing every day, it would have been so high. But Nigerians are never die. They have this never die or never quit spirit. So we are always at it. We are always at it doing something to keep our heads up.
Look at the Christmas season. Look at what is happening. Look at
we're just how many days away from Christmas?
Look
about
at
6,
just to tell you that there is problem in the land. Even common children, to take them to parties, problem. Parents are going through a lot right now.
I couldn't believe that I will comfortably be buying fuel at the rate of 240 Naira without complaining. It has become a norm now. So yeah, so I'm not, in fact, my brain has normalized 240 Naira per liter as the normal thing now. And I can't believe that we'll get to this point. What that means is that what I earn has not even changed. It's not as if it has gone high to match the high rate of, you know, demands out there. So that is happening. Your salary, your earnings have not improved so much. People, in fact, in business, people are still pricing you the old price.
Yes.
They disagree with an increment or any sort. So you see, the way the economy is, it is working by every means against you. So, my brother, if you have a chance to breathe, you say you will not take it.
I wonder. And when you see that you cannot even boast of equivalent of 100 pounds a month as a teacher in this country, where you might just be making about 1,005 outside the shores of the country. Even if you put in rent and all that, you can even squeeze out 500 pounds. I'm just saying, you can even be squeezing out 500 pounds every month.
When we talked about minimum wage, okay, they increased it to 30,000 Naira. And before they will implement that one, I'm so sure that even in some states till today, they have not implemented.
Sure.
And then before they will implement that one for government workers, it will take 19 cocoa years. And then you say people have a chance to go to a country where everything is balanced. They have a balanced system. So they should be patriotic and stay here. Say cheap labor. It's better more good day there, cheap labor. All this one, when these guys they talk, let's go and be doing cheap labor. It's good though. All right, we're going to end our story on Vanguard there, but we're going to move on to our last paper for the day, but that will be after the short break. So when we come back, we'll head on to Daily Sun newspaper. You stay tuned. Now that you have registered for your PVC, it doesn't stop there. Ensure you pick up your PVC. Be alert. Join many Nigerians to vote credible leaders that will change the tide of this nation. Do not sell your vote. Remember, this is our future. Your vote is your voice.
This message is proudly brought to you by Thav Media Limited.
All right, welcome back from that very short break, and we are back on the program here. If you're just joining us, do well to subscribe to this channel to keep up with Daily Super Review and other interesting programs here on Thav TV. To do that, you need to click on the subscribe button, and don't forget to also click on the notification, because that's how you get notified whenever we come up with a new episode of the program. So we'll continue the newspaper review on Daily Sun newspaper. And on Daily Sun, we have as headline here, again, hoodlums set ablaze Imo Magistrate Court. Second incident in 24 hours. That story you find on page 4 of the Daily Sun. And moving on to the main headline, it says, anger, anxiety over new Naira notes. Frustrated by scarcity of redesigned currency, Nigerians cry out. Governors meet Buhari this week to seek review of withdrawal limit. Hawkers have field day selling new currency in parties. Hawkers have field day selling new currency in parties. All right. Excuse me. We'll take this one. It says 2023 APC leaders, minister begged Nigerians. Details on page 27 of the Daily Sun newspaper. Shun violence, be wise in your decision, Khan urges voters. A delegate dispels fears over alleged withdrawal of security, claims it's minor disagreement. All right, you will find all of that on page 27 and 29 of the Daily Sun newspaper. Let's go into our discussions. All right, the new Naira note is still causing a lot of reactions in the generally. People are worried, and distribution of the new Naira notes began on the 15th of this month, and a lot of people are beginning to say, where are these notes? We are not seeing them. But then we saw here in the headline here that some hawkers already have or are already in possession of these notes, and they are selling them off at parties and all of that. Just do an overview of the entire new Naira note.
Okay, unfortunately, the timing did not come so well because
excuse me,
because of the Christmas holiday.
Yeah.
And there will be plenty parties, especially in southern part of Nigeria. But you also will not blame the government. Personally, I will not blame them, because this is also being strategic with respect to security and inflation. I just also pray that it works. But now, back to the issues. Hawkers are now hawking, which, like I said, it is not a new thing. Okay, like I said beforehand, it's not a new thing. So, but they are now breaking records. Like Messi broke records just yesterday. What records are they breaking? Because for you to have a stack of 100 naira, 1,000 naira note that's a stack, which is 100,000 naira. Okay, for you to buy it from these hawkers, you have to pay extra to 20,000 naira. So you pay 120,000 to get the pack of 1,000 naira.
So they make 20K from a wrap.
Yes.
Excuse me.
You see, they are having a field day, and mind you, what we just like we've been talking about corruption. Now, what will also happen is that if you go and check very well, you find out that some banking officials will be selling to these hawkers.
Yeah, of course.
This is Nigeria. I'm sorry, I'm not here to paint Nigeria in the dark, okay? But this is Nigeria, and I bet you such transactions are happening right now.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but I want to also tell the public out there, don't panic. What are you panicking for to get this new Naira?
Eventually, it will be in full circulation.
It will be in full circulation. When you know that the old Naira is still in use, nobody's rejecting them. In fact, what they are even rejecting right now
is the new one.
The new Naira. Reason, there is also a strong argument or rumor that is coming out from a person in Lagos that this fake 1,000 Naira note is in circulation.
The fake new 1,000 naira note, the new currency.
Yes, it's in circulation. Okay, but yes, there are some persons out there that have not seen any of these monies. Okay, but they are saying that you should look very closely to the gold line.
And because these fraudsters know that a lot of Nigerians don't know what the new one looks
best
like.
Best
time to cash out. Yeah, so they are really about it at this time, and so that requires a lot more publicity from the CBN. I mean, begin to put out features of these new notes. Let it be on every social media platform. Let it be on TV, radio. But that's not happening. We just heard, oh God, that we have a new redesigned currency note, and that's all we know. But then to look out for features, if they bring it here and tell us that, Mr. Victor, Do you know this is the new Naira note? This is the fake one. This is the you won't be able to tell. So what I expect the federal government to do, or the CBN, is to do a lot more publicity about what the real thing is. It's not about just releasing the notes to the general public. So I don't think it's even out of place for those market women to say, no, I don't want this one. Give me the old one that I know. I don't want the new one until probably people are using it a lot. Then you can bring it back, but just keep your money and all of that. So yeah. All right, so that's all we'll be taking today. Thank you so much, Mr. Victor, for making it to the program. And to our viewers, you guys are the best. Thank you for staying with us up to this time. Don't forget that you join us again tomorrow for another episode of the Newspaper Review. And don't forget to also drop your comments and your reactions in the comment section, because we'd love to always know what to think about the headlines we've reviewed today. And until next time, we'll come your way again. My name is William Sabule, and this has been the Newspaper Review here on TAP TV.